The girl and her mother scattered the ashes of her deceased father into the river. But strangely, the girl was not sad at all about her father's death, because before that, her father was a very bad person. Back to a year ago, Suyin had just returned home when a man covered her mouth and pushed her to the ground. That man was Suyin's father. Suyin's father had left home for a long time, but now suddenly returned to find his wife and asked for money. Because he couldn't find his wife, he took out his anger on his daughter. Poor Suyin was covered with a blanket and abused by her own father. Suyin's mother was a coward, so she only dared to stand outside the window and peek in without daring to show herself. Luckily, Suyin's mother still had a conscience, so she called the police to arrest her abusive husband. The police quickly arrived to escort the father and take Suyin in a coma to the hospital. A year later, Suyin's father unfortunately died in prison. Suyin's father's body was cremated and given to his family for burial. Suyin's mother threw the husband's ashes into the river. Finally, Suyin and her mother no longer had to live in fear. Suyin's face was expressionless. She was not sad because her father died, but she was not happy living with such a mother. The consequences her father left behind were huge. Suyin and her mother were innocent, but they were shunned by everyone. In the middle of the night, Suyin did not sleep and went to the park to swing on the swings. Coincidentally, a young master the same age as Suyin had trouble sleeping, so he also came here to play. The boy's name was Youngwoo, a rich young man who had studied in America since he was young. Youngwoo just returned to Korea yesterday because he had lived abroad since he was young. Jungwoo's personality was very extroverted. Youngwoo kept introducing himself and asking about Suyin, but she just kept silent and did not answer, because Suyin was used to the feeling of being treated coldly by everyone around her. The reason is because Suyin was the daughter of a murderer. The first time someone opened up to her, Suyin was so surprised that she stood still in the pouring rain. Only when Youngwoo called Suyin to take shelter from the did she come to her senses. Suyin immediately ran home and happily told her mother that someone wanted to be her friend. Then Suyin quickly brought out an umbrella for Youngwoo. Hearing Youngwoo say he would come back tomorrow to return the umbrella made Suyin very happy. The love story of the two also began on this rainy night. On the way home, because the umbrella was old, Youngwoo had to fix it many times. This made his clothes wet. Early the next morning, Suyin rushed to the meeting place to meet her first friend. However, she waited forever. But Youngwoo still did not come, because Youngwoo was attending his grandfather's funeral. Jungwoo's family situation was extremely complicated. Jungwoo's grandfather had a son, Han Tae-jun. Han Tae-jun is also Jungwoo's father. However, knowing that his son's ambition was too great, Jungwoo's grandfather left all his assets to his concubine, Mrs. Kim, and her young son. Not accepting that, Han Tae-jun and his concubine tried to harm Jungwoo's grandfather. Han Tae-jun even released a dog to threaten Mrs. Kim to give up the password to the luckily Mrs. Kim's young son escaped. Because the password was in the boy's hand, Han Tae-jun frantically searched for him everywhere. Meanwhile, Mrs. Kim was locked up in a psychiatric hospital under guard. Mrs. Kim's close nanny had to risk disguising herself as a nurse to visit Mrs. Kim. The nanny reported that Mrs. Kim's son had been found one step ahead of those bad guys. Finally, Mrs. Kim could breathe a sigh of relief. Mrs. Kim wanted to get rid of Han Tae-jun, so she made a plan with the nanny. They planned to kidnap Han Tae-jun's son, Youngwoo. Previously, because of the complicated family situation, Han Tae-jun sent Youngwoo to study abroad. Now that Youngwoo secretly returned to the country, Han Tae-jun's plan was no longer as complete as before. However, Han Tae-jun did not blame his son because in his eyes, his son was the only person he cared about. Jungwoo's stepmother stood by and listened. Feeling threatened, she knew clearly that she was just an outsider and that Han Tae-jun only devoted all his love to his son. Youngwoo was busy all day at his grandfather's funeral. When Youngwoo came home at night, he remembered that he had an appointment with Soo-hyun. So Youngwoo panicked and ran to the appointment with an umbrella. Soo-hyun waited in the park all day, but still didn't see that friend appear, so she went home. On the way back, she noticed a boy with a high fever and was locked in the house. Soo-hyun asked about the boy. Unexpectedly, that boy was Mrs. Kim's son. The nanny also appeared and chased Soo-hyun away. The next day, Soo-hyun went to school. As usual, Soo-hyun was criticized and gossiped about by her friends. The police officer who forced Soo-hyun to witness everything felt extremely guilty because police officer Kim had thoroughly investigated Soo-hyun's father, so he knew that Soo-hyun's father was wrong. Soo-hyun's father didn't kill anyone. Soo-hyun's father was just an alcoholic. Because of public pressure, the police had to find a replacement to finish the sentence, and the replacement was Soo-hyun's father. Youngwoo coincidentally also transferred to the school where Soo-hyun was studying. He brought the yellow umbrella with him, hoping to find the owner and return it to her. Seeing a group of friends surrounding the cooking practice room, Youngwoo curiously went to see. It turned out that Soo-hyun was inside. The students did not want to study with the murderer's daughter, so they did not go in. Soo-hyun heard all the gossip. When the teacher arrived, Soo-hyun immediately asked to go to the infirmary because she had a stomach ache. Only when she left did the students dare to enter the practice room. Hearing people call Soo-hyun the murderer, Youngwoo was very surprised. Youngwoo did not dare to face Soo-hyun, which made her very sad. During gym class, because she was very good at and was a new transfer student, Youngwoo became the target of bullying by the loser boys. Luckily, Soo-hyun arrived in time. These friends were extremely afraid of Soo-hyun because they thought she had the blood of a murderer like her father, so they left. But Youngwoo did not want to lose face, so he stood up and rushed to fight with the other boys. As a result, Youngwoo was beaten up by the group of boys. Seeing Youngwoo being beaten, Soo-hyun remembered the scene where her father covered her with a blanket and beat her like that. This made Soo-hyun break down. There were only two people left in the basketball room. One was beaten and the other was panicking. When they left, it was raining heavily. Soo-hyun wanted to give Youngwoo an umbrella, but he refused. Youngwoo bluntly told Soo-hyun, "I don't want to be friends with a murderer." Soo-hyun cried and explained that she didn't kill anyone, but then they both decided to pretend. They didn't know each other from then on. They both chose to get drenched in the rain. Youngwoo sat on the swing to forget about the first friend he met in Korea. However, Youngwoo realized that he had gone too far. He had received a good education, but equated people with circumstances. Her father killed someone, so why blame her? So, Youngwoo immediately ran to find Soo-hyun. Youngwoo saw a group of Annies fighting. Soo-hyun was among them. The neighbors hated Soo-hyun's family and often threw rocks at her house. Today, Soo-hyun's mother couldn't stand it anymore and got into a fight with the neighbors. Seeing Soo-hyun in pain, Youngwoo was also very heartbroken. Letting Youngwoo see her in such a miserable situation made Soo-hyun feel embarrassed and run away. Youngwoo immediately chased after her and finally found Soo-hyun in the park. Youngwoo finally said, "Let's be friends." Soo-hyun was very surprised when she heard it. That was exactly what she longed for. Right after that, Youngwoo ran to steal someone's clothes hanger to make a clip to give to Soo-hyun. Soo-hyun was an extremely simple girl. Just now she was sad, but now she was extremely happy. In that small alley, there were two teenagers chasing each other. Youth is like that. At Soo-hyun's house, Soo-hyun's mother was crying to the police about her current miserable situation. It was all caused by her useless husband. Police Kim immediately knelt down and apologized because he couldn't find a real culprit. Because of the mistake of the police Kim, Soo-hyun's family became like this. Soo-hyun's mother was shocked when she found out the truth, but it was better to kill that bad husband than to let him live and make the family suffer. The next day, Youngwoo happily went to school. When Youngwoo entered the classroom, he saw his friends painting Soo-hyun's seat. Youngwoo angrily tried to stop them, but was punched. Soo-hyun also witnessed everything. When the homeroom teacher arrived, everything was resolved. During class, Soo-hyun kept peeping at Young-woo. But when he turned around, Soo-hyun covered her face and ran away. During recess, Young-woo pulled Soo-hyun aside. Yesterday, they were friends. So today, there was no need to pretend they didn't know each other. But because she didn't want to implicate Young-woo, Soo-hyun asked them not to play with each other at school. During lunch, the friends threw tissues at Soo-hyun, but she endured it. Soo-hyun took the trash can and picked up all the papers and threw them in. After picking up the papers, she conveniently returned the milk carton to the bully. Seeing Soo-hyun's cold face, he didn't dare to act rashly. Young-woo didn't care that he would be isolated by everyone and just openly played with Soo-hyun. That's why the two of them were dumped with trash from upstairs by the bad guys. Soo-hyun felt guilty for making Young-woo isolated like this. But Young-woo didn't care. Young-woo would rather have one friend than be friends with many bad guys. That on their way home, the two of them walked together. When they reached the alley, the two of them saw the house where the boy was locked up on fire. They both ignored the danger and freed the boy. The boy escaped and immediately ran away, dropping the necklace containing the password. Inside, Young-woo picked up the necklace. Soo-hyun and Young-woo immediately took the boy to the hospital. At home, the nanny also received the news and was extremely panicked. At the same time, Young-woo also called home to ask his father to come and help this boy. Young-woo did not know that this boy was the person his father was looking for. Han Tae-jun, although not knowing the boy's identity, still sent someone to help his son. At the same time, the nanny was extremely anxious to go and check on the situation. But downstairs, Hensi Yunis min Bloktia. The nanny had no choice but to jump over the fence and escape. When she arrived at the hospital, the nanny discovered Young-woo. The nanny realized that Young-woo was the person that Mrs. Kim wanted to kidnap to deal with Han Tae-jun. The necklace containing the key to open the safe containing billions of dollars in a Swiss bank that everyone wanted to fight over was in Soo-hyun's hands. When the boy woke up, Soo-hyun returned the necklace to the boy. At this time, the nanny also arrived and took the boy into a taxi and left. Knowing that he had just been saved by the son of his enemy, the boy revealed an angry look. At the same time, at Soo-hyun's house, because she could no longer bear living in a bad reputation, Soo-hyun's mother dragged her to live at Police Kim's house. Feeling guilty for arresting the wrong person, Police Kim promised to find a new house for Soo-hyun and her mother. Unexpectedly, Soo-hyun's mother moved to Police Kim's house. This made Police Kim's daughter extremely upset. She misunderstood that her father wanted to marry a second wife. So she was extremely sad. Because Soo-hyun had moved, when Young-woo arrived at the house, Soo-hyun was nowhere to be seen. He felt extremely uneasy. Luckily, Young-woo met Soo-hyun at the park. The two happily sat on the swing. Because they considered each other friends, Soo-hyun told Young-woo the secret about the long scar on her foot. It was left from running away from her father when she was chasing and beating. Young-woo was heartbroken and put his hand on it to prove that he didn't hate it. Young-woo also hoped that Soo-hyun wouldn't be so self-conscious anymore. While the two were talking, a daughter of Police Officer Kim came to taunt them. But when she saw Jung-woo's bright smile, she was embarrassed and ran away. The next day, Soo-hyun and Young-woo went to school together and then went home together. The two didn't know that they were being followed by the nanny. On the bus, Young-woo playfully tilted his head to look at Soo-hyun, who was sleeping soundly. The bus suddenly stopped suddenly. By inertia, Soo-hyun accidentally touched lips with Young-woo. The teenage kiss made Jung-woo's heart beat wildly. On the way home, Young-woo was still excited. Young-woo didn't dare to look straight at Soo-hyun, so he pushed her forward. Seeing the streetlights flickering, Young-woo gallantly wanted to fix it. Standing close to the two of them, a very strange feeling arose. Just then, Police Kim came home from work. Seeing a young man standing near Soo-hyun, Police Kim immediately pinched Jung-woo's ear, like a father protecting his daughter. After knowing everything, Police Kim took Young-woo to his house for dinner. Police Kim is a good person. He is willing to take care of Soo-hyun and her mother. He also treats Soo-hyun like his own daughter. Police Kim even bought Soo-hyun and his daughter the same coat. During the meal, Young-woo kept looking at Soo-hyun and smiling. This made Police Kim pinch his ear again. After the meal, Police Kim personally taught Young-woo some self-defense moves. Soo-hyun and Police Kim's daughter sat and talked together. Police Kim's daughter gradually accepted Soo-hyun as a family member. The scene of the 5 people playing together looked like a happy family. Then, Officer Kim personally drove Young-woo home. The two of them became close after just one night. However, Han Tae-jun looked down on Officer Kim, making Young-woo extremely embarrassed in front of Officer Kim. But fortunately, Officer Kim didn't pay attention to that. Officer Kim urged Young-woo to go inside the house quickly. Then, Officer Kim discovered a strange car parked in front of Jung-woo's house. Officer Kim was about to ask what happened when the car sped away. Fortunately, Officer Kim had recorded the license plate number. Inside the house, Han Tae-jun was threatening Young-woo not to associate with low-class people, or he would send Young-woo back to America. This made Young-woo extremely sad. But Young-woo quickly regained his cheerful mood when talking to Soo-hyun on the phone. It seemed that Young-woo had taken a liking to Soo-hyun, and Soo-hyun also liked the first boy who entered her silent world. Young-woo brought her laughter and warmth. When the rain started to fall again, Young-woo and Soo-hyun ran to meet each other. But on the way, Young-woo was kidnapped. Soo-hyun, who had just arrived, witnessed everything. Because Soo-hyun had seen the kidnapper's face, the kidnapper decided to kidnap Soo-hyun too. Both were taken to a damp, dilapidated place. After receiving the news, the nanny immediately went to inform Mrs. Kim. Mrs. Kim then made an appointment to meet Han Tae-jun and used Young-woo to threaten and force Han Tae-jun to release Mrs. Kim. But Han Tae-jun chose not to compromise. He sent someone to deal with Mrs. Kim and then went to find his son himself. The nanny downstairs also received news that the police were coming. Because the girl the nanny kidnapped was the police's adopted child, things were getting out of control. Young-woo and Soo-hyun found a broken bottle. The two of them huddled together and quietly untied each other. At this moment, the kidnapper suddenly appeared. Soo-hyun had also cut the rope, so she held a stick to defend herself. But Soo-hyun was brutally beaten by the kidnapper. Then the kidnapper dragged Soo-hyun into a corner and raped her. Young-woo had also untied the rope. But instead of saving Soo-hyun, Young-woo chose to run away because he was too scared. Looking at the back of the person she loved leaving, Soo-hyun felt heartbroken. The two kidnappers immediately chased Young-woo, but very quickly lost track of Young-woo. Young-woo then found a phone booth and immediately called father for help and asked him to come to the warehouse to save Soo-hyun. At this time, the two kidnappers found Young-woo. They were angry and beat Young-woo. Soon after, Han Tae-jun found the place. One of the kidnappers luckily escaped. The other was forced to lure the nanny to come. On the way, the nanny ran into Soo-hyun, who was running away. The nanny knew that Soo-hyun had seen the faces of the two kidnappers, so they wanted to kill her to silence. At the warehouse, Han Tae-jun's men had cleaned up everything. By the time Police Kim arrived, everything had been burned to ashes. At the same time, Young-woo was brought home. He begged his father to save his friend. Han Tae-jun pretended to agree to Jung-woo's request, but in fact, he did not care about the life or death of a stranger. Young-woo was locked in the room, tormented by his conscience. The next morning, because he could not find Soo-hyun, her mother packed her things and went to look for her. No matter how bad Soo-hyun's mother was, she was still a mother, and she loved her daughter very much. At home, Young-woo was going crazy because of guilt. Because of Young-woo, Soo-hyun was arrested. Why did Young-woo cowardly run away at that time? Young-woo is mentally broken and seems to have lost his soul. Hearing Soo-hyun's mother downstairs asking about Soo-hyun's whereabouts, Young-woo feels even more guilty. Soo-hyun's mother intentionally attracts the attention of the security guard, allowing the daughter of police officer Kim to sneak into the villa to find Young-woo to ask police. Officer Kim's daughter immediately runs up to Jung-woo's room, but he just sits there, not daring to say anything. It wasn't until Police Officer Kim's daughter opened Soo Hyun's diary for Youngwoo to see that Youngwoo realizes how much Soo Hyun likes him. At this time, Youngwoo feels even more guilty. Reading Soo Hyun's diary, Youngwoo remembers the beautiful memories of the two of them in the past. If he could go back in time, he wouldn't have run away and left the girl he liked alone. Each memory tormented Jungwoo's heart. On this side, Police Officer Kim defied the chief's orders and brought people to look for Soo Hyun everywhere. Police Officer Kim knew that Youngwoo was involved in the incident, so he went to Jungwoo's house to take him to the police station. Youngwoo volunteered to be taken away by the police. At the same time, Han Tae-jun's men found the second kidnapper. On this side, Police Officer Kim did not take Youngwoo to the police station, but took him to a quiet place to tell him everything. Police Officer Kim also revealed to him that Soo Hyun's father was not a murderer. Because of Police Officer Kim's negligence, Soo Hyun's father was wronged. Both men felt guilty towards Soo Hyun. At home, Police Officer Kim's daughter and Soo Hyun's mother both missed Soo Hyun. Soo Hyun's disappearance made everyone sad. Police Officer Kim finally found the kidnappers' whereabouts. He secretly followed the kidnapper and reached the rapist's hideout. Police Officer Kim angrily beat up the two bad guys. The rapist, with a boastful face, admitted to raping and killing Soo Hyun. Hearing this, Police Officer Kim angrily kicked his murderer repeatedly. Immediately after that, Police Officer Kim arrested the murderer and brought him to reconstruct the crime scene. There were a lot of people gathered around. Soo Hyun's mother was heartbroken and lost in thought. She frantically asked the murderer why he did that to a 15-year-old child. Youngwoo couldn't believe it. Youngwoo ran to the place where he and Soo Hyun first met. Then Youngwoo imagined that Soo Hyun was still here waiting for him. Suddenly, Youngwoo remembered his father's shady behavior. Youngwoo immediately ran home and then went into his father's room to search for evidence. And Youngwoo really found the kidnapper's phone. At the same time, the phone rang. Soo Hyun called. It turned out that Soo Hyun was at the nanny's place. The boy begged the nanny to save Soo Hyun because she had saved him before. Hearing Soo Hyun's voice, Youngwoo burst into tears. Youngwoo wanted to go save Soo Hyun, but Han Tae-jun immediately took the phone back and smashed it. Because of this, Youngwoo turned his back on his father. Youngwoo took Soo Hyun's diary and left home. At the same time, at the police station, Police Officer Kim did not believe the conclusion that the murderer had raped and killed Soo Hyun. So, he went crazy and smashed things. He thought that murderer was just a replacement and the real murderer was still in the dark. But the superior did not allow Police Officer Kim to continue the investigation. Instead, the superior asked Police Officer Kim to quickly end this case. At this time, Soo Hyun's face was covered with bandages. The nanny wanted to leave the boy and Soo Hyun behind, so she planned to leave with the necklace containing the safe code. But the boy stopped the nanny, because only the owner, the boy, could open the vault. The boy insisted that the nanny take him and Soo Hyun with her. The boy also showed Soo Hyun that the newspaper reported that she was dead, but no one wanted to find her. So the boy suggested that Soo Hyun follow him and start a new life. Remembering the scene of her abandonment, Soo Hyun screamed frantically. In the end, she chose to run far away from this painful place. At the same time, Police Kim led Youngwoo to find Police Kim's former master. Police Kim asked his mentor and comrades to help find Soo Hyun. Everyone happily agreed. Han Tae-jun's side also investigated the place where the call came from. The nanny and the key must be there. At this time, Police Kim was staying up all night to investigate Soo Hyun's case. Youngwoo had no place to sleep, so he followed Police Kim's daughter to Police Kim's house. When Soo Hyun's mother saw Youngwoo, she immediately lost control. She rushed to scold Youngwoo. Youngwoo felt extremely guilty. Seeing the words Soo Hyun wrote on the wall, "I miss you," made Youngwoo even more tormented. Thanks to his tireless investigation, Police Kim was able to find clues from the nanny. Police Officer Kim immediately followed the nanny to the secret hiding place. At the same time, Han Tae-jun also followed the phone's location to find the place. The sharp boy discovered that there was someone outside, so he signaled the nanny to find a chance to drive away. Policeman Kim discovered it and drove after them. He drove ahead and drove parallel to the nanny's car. Seeing Soo-hyun, Policeman Kim immediately called her name. But Soo-hyun was completely dumbfounded at this time, so she couldn't hear anything anymore. The two cars chased each other intensely. When they reached the steep pass, Policeman Kim's car couldn't brake because there was a can of soda blocking the brake pedal that the boy had put in. That's why Policeman Kim's car plunged into the abyss. Just like that, Policeman Kim left this world forever. Soo-hyun's case was forgotten. Just like that, 10 years passed peacefully. At this time, Young-woo had become a police inspector. He didn't want to settle for being a rich young master, so he worked hard to become a policeman.